About a week ago, I started planning a video about the latest Facebook/Instagram data breach scandal, whatever. And now, about a week later, there's been another one. And only now, it actually kind of dawned upon me what's really happening behind the scenes, probably. And there's some f***ed up shit happening, people. Welcome back, my friends. My name is Dominic, and if you're new here and you don't know what it's all about, usually we talk about the ins and outs of building up your personal brand, about social media marketing, stuff like that. Sometimes we have some latest news going on here, just like today. So if you're into that, my friends, just hit that beautiful looking subscribe button down below and hit the bell. Even though I have to admit, I never hit the bell with anyone. So I'm not mad if you don't, but you should. So by now, these Facebook data breach or whatever hack stories have kind of become old. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, my friends. Part of me doesn't even care about them anymore, just because they've been so frequently and no one gives a f*** about them anymore, especially Zuckerberg with the S. But this time it kind of became clear to me what kind of a show is playing in front of our eyes without us even realizing. And this time not only Facebook's affected, also our beloved app Instagram is affected. Lots of other apps are affected that have actually kind of trusted in Facebook's system. So let me get into it. So basically a week ago they kind of admitted to selling your sensible user information to advertisers, right? And we kind of knew that already for a couple of months, this whole Cambridge Analytica system. But this time they actually and willingly exploited their own security system to actually sell those advertisers your phone number. And the premise of them wanting your phone number, if you remember that correctly, was only to make your account safe. They were like, no, we're never gonna use this for advertisers, just to get your phone, your account safe, right? And actually, no, it was a lie. It was just a big prank, dude, apparently. And they kind of exploited that system, right? And secondly, not only Facebook itself is involved, but lots of other companies, lots of other apps that have, used Facebook's security feature, I don't even know what that is, API, to actually secure your account there, right? For example, Tinder, Spotify, stuff like that. With apps like these, for example, Tinder, most of the times you can't even open up an account there without you putting in your phone number to actually get that activation token to keep your account safe, right? But if you actually notice that, whenever you put in your phone number to actually make your account secure or whatever, you always get a text from Facebook. And this is because they use Facebook's algorithm, they use Facebook's system to actually help you, help them secure your account. Was it just a big lie? Apparently, yes, because they sell all of this information. And this alone should be enough for a big, huge media outreach for people actually demonstrating on the streets, to be honest. Because, Facebook is actually kind of like politics party. Is that how you say that? They can, influence lots of people. But here's the thing, my friends. A couple of days later, just as the story was starting to get traction in the media, they're all like, oh, there's another even bigger thing happening. We got hacked. And, even though it's our fault for some little bit, we're kind of like the victims here. We got hacked. We're sorry for that. We try everything to fix it. We're the good guys, man. We're the victims, right? And this is just so, it's just so fucked up, and actually makes me really, really angry. Like, honestly, it makes me angry. This is actually kind of like, if you remember, this is actually kind of like Kevin Spacey saying like, well, okay, I harassed this dude, but here's the thing. I'm gay, so, well. So what I wanted to say here is that, the time constraint between those two events actually seem kind of interestingly close together, right? Is that a coincidence? Are they trying to, actually get the attention from this one thing where they're actually the bad person? Where they're kind of like the victim and, this hacker, this super word hacker is involved and people are actually, oh, hacker, Facebook, man. Well, I'm not saying that this is fake, but, actually just want to let you try to think yourself. Could this be orchestrated at least a time when the second information was, put out to public? Well, could be, could not be. Facebook have always been honest to us, right? They've never lied to us about things like that. So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Right, or not. But here's the thing that everybody tends to forget in this situation. When you think about this whole thing, the hackers actually did the exact same thing that Facebook was doing, you know, taking sensible user information and kind of selling them, or, you know, using them without the consent of the people. But there's one thing that's different: the hackers didn't pay Facebook, right? So Facebook's like, oh, those hackers, those nasty hackers, they're taking your secure things that we have been watching out for you. But that's not how it was like, because they were the same fucking hats. Man, I'm just so angry. And actually, thinking about it, there actually seems to be some kind of a pattern going on with, you know, these Facebook news, right? First of all, there's like this security breach, which for some reason happens every other month, and they're like, oh, not lots of people are involved in this, we're all good, just a couple users, you know, you'll be fine. There's lots of dead users anyway on Facebook, lots of fake users on there, you'll all be fine, you know. And as time progresses, more bits and pieces of information are being released to the public, right? And they're like, all right, this is a little bit more, you know, a little bit worse than we thought, a little bit more people are involved. And, you know, as time progresses even more, you know, the full scope of things comes clear, right? So they're all of a sudden, after a couple of months, you're like, yeah, it was actually a pretty big deal, right? But by the time you actually get to those news, to the full truth, you know, this thing is all old news, right? So if someone talks about Cambridge Analytica right now, and they're all like, well, this is kind of old news, it's been happening for months back, right? So we're not even paying attention to that. And I honestly think Facebook does that. Whoa, what's up with my accent? I honestly think Facebook does that intentionally, right? And this actually makes me so angry again, because it's not only Facebook users who are, you know, the numbers are going down anyway. It's Instagram's users, it's Spotify's users who connected themselves with, you know, Facebook. It's Tinder users, you know. Well, it just gives me the creeps, my friends. By the way, this might be actually part of the reason why, you know, Instagram's founders actually started to say, well, we're gonna quit. This is too hot for us. Or maybe it was some other thing just like that, which is, you know, still, you know, under the radar, which is still behind closed doors, which, you know, the public doesn't know yet. But, you know, with these stories about Facebook lately, you know, anything could be possible, to be honest. Oh, and by the way, the new guy who's in charge of Instagram now, right after the, you know, the OG founders quit, was actually a guy who's working on Facebook's newsfeed for the last couple of years. And as we know, the newsfeed has actually changed for the better. We all love it. Well, anyway, I don't want to get you too angry. I actually am really angry. This is one of the rare times where I'm really angry about things like that. Try to actually get this whole out to everyone that you know, just because, you know, people they just don't want to see anymore. I was like that myself, or I am like that myself, because, you know, Facebook, you know, it's not just about Facebook, it's about Instagram, it's about Tinder, it's about every app pretty much that was like, okay, we're gonna trust in Facebook's security feature. We're going, you know, because Facebook, you know, they're this billion-dollar company. We're like you know, they should know what they're doing, but they're not. First of all, they're selling your information that you specifically, or that they actually specifically told you that they're not gonna sell or use, not only on their platform but on other platforms as well. And then they kind of try to blame other stuff on, you know, hacker news, stuff like that, which is like, anyway, don't be angry. Try to be happy for today, for tomorrow. You know, one thing that actually helps being happier, at least a little bit, is actually going down below and hitting that beautiful red subscribe button. I hope it's red, actually. And the bell. And follow me on Instagram. You know, I heard that it helps a little bit to get, you know, a little bit better. Anyway, my name is Dominic. Usually, we talk about social media strategies. Lately, with these kinds of news, we've actually not talked about them too much, just because there's been so many news going around in the field. So, in the next couple of videos, we are for sure going to talk about Instagram-specific strategies, about personal branding strategies. If you, by the way, want to grow your Instagram account sustainably with real methods like, you know, hacking and stuff like that, I have this program called Unemployed, where you basically learn everything to sustainably build up an Instagram page. We're going to close it pretty soon, actually this month, later this month. So if you want in, you know, just let you know that it's going to be over in pretty soon. Anyway, my name is Dominic. I'll see you in a couple of days, actually, and thanks for watching.